What's going on, my people? It's early here, back at it again with another video. Just want to say a quick one. Thank you so much for the support on my live stream 3 days ago. That was awesome. The video's almost hit 50,000 views, and yeah, thank you guys once again. Today is just a quick video on my honest review sort of thing on Modern Warfare. I've had the game for about 4 5 days now. It did come out. I mean, it came out on Friday, but I got it early. No pun intended. Anyways, but stay till the end to hear my final verdict on the game, whether you should get it or not, or is it worth it? Is it a cop? Is it a drop? Stay till the end. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, let's get into this. First of all, let's talk about the maps. So we've got Hackney Yard first of all, which is a very close quartered map. There's a lot of buildings, a lot of more windows and stuff like that. Then you got Piccadilly Bridge, Grasnarade, uh, Ramazar. Um, all in all, the maps, personally, I feel like they're very big. They're huge, and even though on the big maps you play against more players, it just feels like you're playing Battlefield, which is not what I want. Like, I want to play Call of Duty. I don't want to be playing Battlefield. If I wanted to play Battlefield, I'll go and play Battlefield. You feel me? So in that sort of sense, I'm not really enjoying the maps. I mean, the only map I kind of do enjoy is the bridge map, only because I get to snipe on it. But talking about snipers, we'll get onto that a bit later on. Um, and because the maps are so big, it makes it so camper friendly. So there's a lot more campers. There's people camping in buildings, and got people sitting in windows and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff going on, and it just makes it worthwhile for those people to just camp. And I'm not blaming them in a way, because it is a big map. I mean, there are big maps, so people are more inclined to camp and sit in windows and get kills like that. They don't want to be running around in the open, which is fair enough. But my opinion is that they should have at least made smaller maps if possible, not just big maps and stuff like that. I don't think there's any map in this game that I really do enjoy or like. You have to remember as well, not a lot of people do play like, like 20v20 or 10v10, or, these big sort of game modes. That's more so to do with like Battlefield as well. So in a way, I feel like they've got a lot of their ideas from Battlefield, which I don't understand why, because Call of Duty in itself is a big franchise, and I feel like if you give people what they want, then people would appreciate it for what it is. Like, every year, Call of Duty has this bad habit of doing one thing and changing one small thing, which changes the whole game style and the gameplay, and people just don't like it at all. But anyways, let's move on to the weapons. Personally, I feel like the weapons are very, very unbalanced. Very unbalanced. For example, there's three main weapons that are overly used, which I hate. For example, the M4, Kilo, and FAMAS. Me personally, I like to switch up my guns and try different things and have fun with different weapons. Whereas other people, they might want to just stick to one gun, which is fair enough, but it's just annoying, because for people like me who want to use different weapons, and if they're underpowered, they're not going to perform very well, which for me makes the game very boring, because I want to bring content. I want to obviously enjoy my game. I don't just want to keep using the same weapon over and over and over again just because it might be broken or whatever. For example, the M4 right now, I feel like it's most broken. Like, on the bridge map, I remember I was getting shot from across the map with someone using thermal sight on an M4, and that was insane. It was very annoying and frustrating. Didn't appreciate that, and yeah. Um, Secondly, SMGs. Yes, they're very underpowered, like I was talking about earlier on. Very, very underpowered. Like, you could be up close and an AR would beat an SMG. I don't understand how that is possible. I'm quite speechless. However, the SMGs are good, as in the options that you have. There's a lot of SMGs, there's a lot of ARs and stuff like that. There's not a lot of snipers, which is a bit surprising. But we'll move on to that later on. SMGs are just so underpowered. Um, I do like using them, but because they're so underpowered, I just have to stick to like ARs, which I don't want to do, because I want to be able to use the shotguns and the SMGs, the snipers, and all these other sort of weapons. Moving on swiftly, let's talk about snipers. Snipers overall, I do love them. They're my thing. I've always loved snipers from Call of Duty. I've been playing COD for almost 10 years. I've loved snipers. But in this game, they're a bit weird, and I just don't appreciate that. Firstly, let's start off with how many snipers there are. So in Modern Warfare, we've got 3 snipers. You've got the Dragunov HDR and the AX50. The best one for me personally is the HDR, but that's besides the point. All in all, I'm not really liking how many snipers there are. I feel like there should be at least 5 snipers. Um, what I do not like about the snipers is that when you put attachments on the snipers, the aim down sight speed becomes slower, which means you can't quick scope or you can't even shoot quick enough if you see an enemy, which means that you're going to have to hold that L and just die and respawn and come back and let the same thing happen again and again and again. Um, to me, that's just bizarre because sniping's big in Call of Duty alone. It has been big for a long, long time. I just don't understand why the attachments slow down certain things, and with our guns too, it slows down like their um, aim down sight. It slows down the speed you run at, um, the stabilization, all these other things, and pros and cons. There's a lot more cons than there are pros, to be honest. I just don't appreciate that. Snipers, all in all, if you're gonna sit at the back and hard scope, that's all cool. You can do that because the snipers are made for that, to be honest. They're not made for you to run around and quick scope, which is what me and my friends like to do. Um, but yeah, it is what it is. You can't win all the time. It's Call of Duty for you. The irony is that we're hard scoping in this game as well. But anyways, guys, final verdict is, personally, if you like campaign and you like Spec Ops, then yeah, go for the game because the campaign is awesome. I've loved the campaign. I did play it. I finished it. Really awesome. Spec Ops is good. It's quite challenging, but if you've got a solid team, it's really good. So personally, if you want to get it, but not for multiplayer. Campaign and story mode, yes. Other than that, don't get it. Avoid it. But yeah, that's it from me, guys. Thank you very much. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe, and peace out.